We got a trigger issue, so that means tool repair right after this. I'm Rick, and this shut the heck up, you stinking roosters. Down for your sanity. This is the shack. Hello and welcome back to the shack. Yes. In this video, we're going to go through repairing the trigger on my Porter cable PCC640. If you know me, follow my channel, I am about keeping my tools maintained, keep them for the longevity, for the long haul. I don't want to buy something, it goes out in a couple years and throw it away and get a new one. For a newer today's version, not this, but any of the Milwaukee, DeWalt's, Rigid, they're a little bit cheaper, but the Milwaukee and DeWalt's, you're going to be paying in excess of $100 for an impact driver. I purchased a new trigger for the Porter cable. I think it was $20-something, $25, $28 with taxes and shipping. To me, that is a much cheaper alternative to spending the $100 on a new one. This works fine as long as I don't pull the trigger fast, but yeah. So I'm gonna fix that, hopefully. Everything will be linked in the description below where I purchased this, and you can see if you have one of these. There's still some things available, not everything. I even purchased a new sticker because this one is so worn off you can't even read it no more. I am going to sell this, and I just can't sell it to somebody when it's not 100% operational. So the $25, I'll just tack on to my price, and I'll give them the old one and let them know that they did get a brand new trigger, so this is ready to go for another minimum 5 years. So let me readjust the camera, and we're gonna start tearing into this and replace that faulty trigger with the new trigger. Hopefully that will take care of the problem. First thing I'm gonna do, take out the battery. That's one thing I love about these. I could do it one-handed if I'm busy. That's why I love Porter cable versus anybody else. And one thing I always do, because sometimes there's a charge left in it, I'll pull the trigger a couple times just to make sure. I'm just weird that way. So we need to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. There are 3 screws, I believe, this one and these 2, that are different sizes. The rest are all the same. But we do have to take off this rubber front, there we go, to be able to take this apart. So let me get my screwdriver. I'm gonna use hand tools, not gonna use power tool to take this apart. You don't need it. I'm just gonna work my way from the top down. Again, I'm using just a screwdriver. I don't want to use power tools, take a chance of doing anything, breaking anything. There. Yeah, see, that one's much longer. The difference in length, there we go. So that's why I'll leave the odd ones in so I don't lose them. I don't want to misplace them. I think, did this come all the way? Nope, still in there a little bit. This is very long. There it goes. I should have a flathead help open that up a little bit. There we go. So I'm gonna have to probably heat that up. See if I can get that. Oh, that's coming off pretty easy. There we go. There. Cool. I can put the new one on right there. There we have our trigger. So where does it connect? To the motor? Let's lift this out. Now your selector slides up on top there. Well, I didn't realize that. I'm gonna have to solder this back onto here now. Wow. That was more, oh, two things. I gotta solder, well that sucks butt. Yep. You got two openings here and your tabs here. So I gotta solder the motor onto here, and the power display switch goes on these here. So I have to do some soldering, which I was unaware of. So let me pull that out. Yeah, that bites. Well, I'm gonna get my soldering iron. Got my soldering iron. So basically I was looking at it, black to black, red to red. So I'm going to heat these up, pull the wire out, and I'll resolder the connections to here. So that should take care of that. So let me get my flux real quick. It's gonna be a little hard to do this one-handed, so I need something to hold this so I can pull these off at the same time. Let me do this one first. See if I can hold one-handed. All right. I don't want to burn myself. Dang. I may have to turn the heat up on this. Well, I had to get the big gun, and now it's working. As you see here, I got this line off and resoldered onto here. So I'm going to show you getting this one off. What a pain. What an absolute pain. I gotta get over this way, hold it different. Come on, get out of the way. There. Let me go hold this so I can pull it out. Well, the other one came off pretty easy. I don't know why this is not. There it goes. Get a little bit of this on here to help it. Oops, too much. There we go. Hopefully I can do this so you can see it. No, it's probably not the best, but I gotta get this in here anyway. Okay, nice and nice. All right, that part is done. Had to get the big gun. I don't know if I gotta redo this part or not. Oh no, check that out. This is the old style, and the new one has electronics. That's nice, updated, so I don't have to worry about this. We're basically done. Woo-hoo! I like that part. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna clean this out, dry it up real quick on both sides. I'll be right back. I had to take a little break, had a little family emergency. I may not be going to Mexico this weekend. I'll find out in another day. Got these all nice and cleaned. As you saw, I had to resolder everything with the bigger solder gun. Definitely needed the extra heat, so they had to get the big gun out. So now it's just a matter of getting this set back in here. Let's see, that goes in like that. This goes around in here like that. That sits in there. I can figure out how this went back in here. There we go. Oops, dang it, get that out of there. Ah, come on. Yeah, a little light just doesn't want to go in here. Having a little difficulty here, come on. Stay in their spotlight. Spotlight, no, stay in your area here, you light. That thing's fitting in there. Well, I think it's got to come out a little bit further. Oh, there it goes. The light has got like a little ridge on the back part that snaps in right before little prongs here. I was putting it out too far, so I had to recess it in a little further. So now it's in correctly, so now I got to route the wire around it under. Get this in here. Why do you keep falling out on me? What an adventure this has been. I finally got this in here and it wasn't easy. The light goes right here. As I said, it's got little, like a lip on the light, and it snaps in right there. So there is a place that falls into. Then that goes around this area that the screw goes through, goes around, and there's a little channel molded in down there that the wire for the light follows up here and up above the switch and comes back down the selector switch, forward, reverse, neutral. So I'm hoping everything is right, that fits in there. These are snapped in. You can see all that snapped in. That's the way it goes. So the only thing to do, where's my other half at? Set this on there and see if we can get it all to stay together. That's done there. What is holding up here? Nothing. There we go. Something's not right up here yet. Something isn't laying right in here. Well, this has been an event, to say the least. Wow, been crazy. I kept having an issue where there was a gap here, so this wasn't snapping shut. I must have took this thing apart about a couple of dozen times. Like, what is stopping this from going in? Pushing wires around and stuff, and unfortunately, it was one of these wires. I think it was the red wire from the motor, came off again, so I had to resolder it again. Once I got resoldered, I was putting it back in, and a couple more times, as every time I would close it, there was a little gap here, and everything else would tighten up. This wouldn't. I'm like, what the heck? So I was pushing, nothing. So I took it apart a couple more times, and I don't know. Finally, I put it together. I put both hands, pushed again, and it snapped. So it went together. So I don't know what the issue was, what I was missing before, but yeah, oh my goodness. About pushed me to my limit here. So I'm getting all the screws back in, getting them started, but this thing has been an issue. I want to see if this thing works or not. I probably should just try it now before I get it back together and have to tear it all apart again, but. All right, all the screws are in, so let me go through and make sure everything is nice and snug and tight. There. It's a long screw, man. It goes, literally goes all the way to there, I think. It's a very long screw. All right. Cool. The only thing I got to do now is I got to put my sticker on here. I know. Probably didn't need to do this, but I'm anal. And this, I can put that on there. I have a nice new sticker again. I can actually read it. Ooh, looking good. So, let me reposition the camera and we'll see if this thing works. Moment of truth, right? Oh, I didn't tell you, but I reinserted the springs in the holes here. So now, when you release it, pops right out. Okay, make sure my battery thing works. See if that works. Ooh, lights up. So when I know at least that's working. It's down to 1 bar. I got to charge that battery. So, ooh, it works. Before I couldn't pull the trigger fast. Oh yeah. Now it's working. Forward, reverse, center, locks it. We are in working condition again. Yay, it works. I'm so glad after all that. Kind of a hassle. I mean, it was easy except for the fact that I had to unsolder the old motor and the electronics for the battery. But I had to get the big gun. My normal little hobby soldering gun just wasn't enough, so I had to get the big gun out, the old wielder. That had enough heat to it, which made it work much better, as you saw. So we have success. $25, a little bit of frustration. Have to take a breath, walk away, come back, work on a little bit more so I don't just take it and throw it across the room. So now I get to clean this up, put this away, and I can actually put it up for sale because it works good. And I will give them the old trigger. We are done. Oh, almost. Can't call it complete till it's complete. Oh, wrong way. Almost forgot about that. Put my rubber boot back on. Now, we are 100% done. That is complete. There you have it. PCC640. I can actually read the side now. I got a nice new sticker. Trigger replacement. So that's how you do it when you want to repair your tools. Keep them longer. $25 and a little bit of frustration, but still cheaper than $100. The motor's still good. Everything works. Just the trigger was worn out. Now I can sell this with confidence knowing it's going to serve whoever I sell it to. It should serve them well. We are done. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take back shot. Roll it for your sanity. Not everything goes that smoothly, but in the end, you get the satisfaction of repairing a tool, saving money, learning something for the next time. Until then, see you next video.